back to you. I want to know, you've just replaced your cooling rig. Can you talk about what strategies that you have for keeping everything working, keeping it reliable? And if you've had any troubles along the way that you've managed to solve?
Yeah, right. So one day I learned a lesson. It was, so on the right side I have an iPad M1. This one on the left side, iPad M4. So M1 was my primary before I got the second one. And I was using it as a compositional looping tool. And one day I've been in France in some event. And it was a small club. The AC wasn't working there. And I think it was my second or first performance with Loopy Pro ever.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. And I came to the stage and started to perform. I feel I'm sweating because it's like packed with people. It's hot. And then I look at my CPU and it's like 80. I'm like, whoa.
No.
Usually when I'm in my home environment, it's like maybe 60, 55, something like that. Doable. Okay. I'm like, oh man, this is bad. And like 5 seconds after I notice this CPU, it starts to crash like. I'm like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do now? And I'm like, it's bad. And I'm like, I'm pausing my performance. I'm saying, sorry, it's not working correctly. I'm restarting Loopy, switching to another song, which I know not so CPU intensive. Somehow I managed it, but definitely I didn't play as much tracks as I wanted because a lot of my tracks were like quite heavy CPU intensive. And I'm like, okay, I need to discover something how to cool my stuff, because the main problem there is thermal throttling on iPad, because it doesn't have any cooling system, only like the own case, which made of aluminium. It's kind of cool, yeah, it's dissipating heating, but still not very
in a hot
efficient.
French club.
Yeah, exactly. And I was trying to do my research about that. I saw some pilots are using iPads for navigating when they're steering the airplane, and they have some sort of cooling cases, but they cost the amount of iPad actually, like almost equal, like something like 700, 500, something like that euros. And like, I'm not doing that. And
sounds like the Apple tax.
Yes. And then I'm like, went to something DIY. I bought thermal pads, like sticky one, attached some random radiator, like a big one. It was okay-ish, but it was not very user-friendly, because if I will go to perform somewhere, I need to unstick it and stick it, and it's like a mess, because it's like a kind of gooey thermal paste. I'm like, no, that's not working. And then I went to AliExpress to explore some Chinese technologies, and I found this. I think I can handle it here and hover over to the camera. Can you see it now?
Oh yeah, yep. Oh, RGB LEDs too.
I hate it. Because it's RGB, but it works. And to my surprise, it works very efficiently. When I measured the temperature of the surface, there is a magnetic plate which stick to iPad. It was showing, I was shocked, 0.5 degrees Celsius.
What?
0.5. And I'm like, whoa? I'm like, is it for real? And I sticked it to my iPad, and it actually works, and very good. But there is a massive flaw on it. I'm having the second one of this cooler. After a year of usage, there is a switch, physical switch on this core. Switch just broke. It's just not working anymore. And I'm like, damn, that's not reliable. I need something reliable. I went to Amazon. I found solution from Noctua. This is like very famous cooling system company from Germany. I think from Germany, making these very reliable coolers, vents for your PC and like custom builds. And they have the power brick, which you can plug in your wall socket, and then you can connect a PC cooler to it, and it just works. And then there is a potentiometer which you can rotate and adjust the speed of the fan. And I bought like a proper CPU cooling system with heat dissipation chamber cooler on top of it. I hooked it to this power brick, and to my surprise, it was showing only 20 degrees. Plus 20. I'm like, what is going on? It's not supposed to be like that. Because if you use it in a regular, PC case with a regular CPU, the CPU can go up to 100 degrees, and maybe sometimes even more. So it's not very reliable. I'm like, damn, should I buy another one Chinese? And I was like, well, yeah, I guess so, because yes, it could break with this tiny switch. But it's very cold and I can use it, and it's very convenient because it's like, it's on a magnet. I can just attach it, and it's just there doing its job, and I don't need to worry about some random glue, like thermal glue, thermal sticky pads, or something like that. So this solves thermal throttling really, really well. And I know for the fact that if I'm going somewhere to perform, I never leave home without this CPU, like a Chinese cooler, because without it, it's just a ticket to some nightmare trip, and I don't want to do that.
That's a good discovery.
And basically it solves really a lot of problems. I know for the fact if I will remove this cooler right now on my template, my CPU can go plus 20%.
Wow.
Easily. Yeah. So that's like unavoidable. It's just must be there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And of course, you need to keep an eye on the plugins, how much CPU they use, because some plugins, for example, there is one plugin I remember called Isotope Trash. It's really cool distortion with wavetables and cool like XY pads. You can create, I think you also can load IR response files there. So cool. But if you load it, 50% or like 40% of your CPU just gone.
Oof.
For one single plugin. I'm like,
wow.
No, man, that's not happening. I'm not using this stuff.
Despite it's really expensive.
Cool, but it's expensive. It's cool, but it's also expensive on your CPU. Yeah. So just keep track on this CPU meter. It's actually really handy. It's also I think it's in Loopy 2.0 started to be there. Yeah, it's not like really accurate. Like I don't think it's getting the correct reading from the iPad system itself, but it's still a good reference to like eyeball what is going on there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the CPU monitors on iPads don't really work because it doesn't tell you very much. It gives you a relative idea. But because they scale the CPU, it might actually be doing less work. But because it's doing less work, it scales down the CPU. So it looks like it's doing more. It gives you a higher percentage because it slows it down. Yeah. So it's not very useful. Absolutely. But relatively it is.
It's a bit useful still. You know that if you're in a territory of where it says 80%, you should be like really alerted about that because it's a dangerous area.
It is, yeah.
But so basically cooling and CPU management is your go-to stuff